Spotlight is directed by Tom McCarthy and stars Michael Keaton, Rachel McAdams, Mark Ruffalo, and Liev Schreiber. Spotlight is about a team of journalists who worked for the Boston Globe who, in 2001, uncovered a horrible scandal that was going on in the Catholic Church. Now, before talking about this movie, I feel like I should give you a bit of background on me because I was actually born and raised, and still am, Catholic. I remember back in 2001 hearing little bits about something was going on with the priest. Now, I was a young kid back in 2001, so obviously I don't remember that much about this stuff going on. All I remember was hearing little bits and pieces from my parents talking about it. Being a young kid, I didn't understand any of it. I was a young kid. Give me a break. I mean, all I knew at the time was some math and there are 151 Pokemon. But even years later, when I did know much more about this stuff, I didn't know the whole scope of how big this thing was. So being a Catholic, I was really interested to see how they would approach this subject matter. And I gotta say, they were pretty fair, actually. I mean, you know, they aren't exactly making the Catholic Church look all hunky-dory or anything. But hey, that's like watching Schindler's List and expecting that the Germans won't look bad at all. The script in this movie is fantastic. Just the way it stays right on the line, not leaning too much into just hating relentlessly on the Catholic Church more than is necessary. And also not going too far the other way where they're trying to keep the details nice, you know, hide most of the really messed up details. You know, say, yeah, there's something that bad that happened, but, you know, it's in the past and stuff. No. It hits you with it freaking hard, man. There's this great scene where Rachel McAdams' character goes to interview this priest that was caught molesting little boys. And this guy's showing no remorse. In fact, he doesn't even see it as a bad thing at all. But if that's not gross and creepy enough for you, she then turns around and you see a school bus on the corner and these two kids going down the street on their bikes. And it shows so well that these sick, just bastards are in such close proximity to these little kids. And it's so disgusting. And then there's a scene later on where a child choir on Christmas in a church is singing Silent Night, Holy Night. That song is now forever ruined for me. I will not be able to not think of Spotlight when I hear that frickin' song at Mass now. This is like singing in the rain in a Clockwork Orange. That song is tainted for me now. The acting in this movie is fantastic too. Rachel McAdams and Mark Ruffalo really shine in this movie as well. They're the two who have to go and interview some of the people that were molested as children. And just the looks on their faces says it all. They don't have to say a word. You're going to see the horror and the disgust, especially with Mark Ruffalo. Dude, that dude is amazing. And the interviews that they had with these people, it just disgusted me to my innermost being. I was just in shock at some of the stuff they said. And they don't hold back in those scenes at all. They really do describe the sick, twisted shit that these priests did to these kids. It gets kind of disgusting, but it's important, and they say in the movie why it's important to do this, because just saying someone was molested, yeah, that's horrible, but it doesn't have quite the same punch as going into detail as to what these people did. And I fully agree with that. I mean, watching this movie, I was cringing just thinking about this. I was in shock at what exactly was going on. When I left the theater after watching this movie, I literally could not say a freaking word. I just walked to my car, got in, and sat there for a good 20 minutes just in shock and horror. And then eventually anger at all the sick, twisted stuff. Even now, just thinking about the movie, I mean, just knowing the sick, twisted crap that was going on, I am so happy this came to light and that the church is starting to do something about it now. And I truly believe this as well. To all my fellow Catholics out there, this movie needs to be a mandatory viewing for Catholics. Because we need to be aware of what exactly went on and then how to prevent it from continuing to happen. Look out for the warning signs. I mean, obviously don't get paranoid about priests or anything. That's not what I'm saying. But just to be aware that this could happen again. That priests are indeed fallible. And they need to be held accountable for just like anyone else in authority. For me, this movie gave me such a visceral experience that I have not felt since I saw Whiplash in theaters a year ago. And I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. Guys, see this movie again, especially if you're Catholic, because this is a very important movie for all Catholics to see. So if you like this review, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.